What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you a core workout that's specifically designed to help you feel more grounded, more stable, and a whole lot more calm. Now, the only problem with this routine, of course, is if you don't do it, you're not going to receive any of the benefits. So please put your phone, your laptop, your tablet, someplace where you can see me and follow along. All right. So the first thing we're going to be doing is something called croc breathing. What we're going to be doing is laying on the floor, face down, and I'm going to place my forehead onto my hands like this. And basically what croc breathing is deep belly breathing. And what we're doing here is using the floor as a cue. So basically when I'm breathing in, I'm thinking about pushing my belly to the floor and feeling it in, and also thinking about expanding my lower back and then exhaling. So we're here. We'll do this for about a minute or two. Just thinking about calming and centering our breath. So remember, really think about pushing your belly to the floor. Thinking about expanding your lower back. And on each exhale, think about sinking and allowing gravity to pull you down. And as you do this, think about pulling your shoulders away from your ears, allowing your neck to get nice and long. While breathing, you can now place your attention on your feet and think about releasing any tension in your feet. Notice whether your right foot or your left foot is heavier. Notice which one's heavier. Notice which one's lighter. Maybe you're not noticing anything at all, but that's perfectly okay. From here, place your attention to your legs. And again, just allow gravity to pull you down. Completely releasing any tension in the body. And just to get you more present to the moment, from here, place your attention on the sounds you hear in the room. Okay, great. Now, from here, we're going to move to a core exercise. So, first exercise, we've all done this before, is a plank. So, what you're going to do is place your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. And what you're going to do is lift your hips. Think about squeezing your butt like you got a credit card in between it and just hold it. Now, here, what I'm also thinking about doing is pushing into the floor, spreading my shoulder blades apart, and I'm just breathing nice and easy. And as you do this, I want you to remember to keep your neck nice and long. Because a lot of us let our heads sink down like this. We're trying to keep our head nice and long. Squeezing our butt, pulling our kneecaps up, trying to straighten our legs as much as we possibly can. Activating our quads. And by doing this, you'll really get a sense of the body. You'll really be able to place your awareness in the body. Notice whether you're leaning more towards one side or the other. Now, if you have to take a break, take a break. But when you're ready, come back into it. And we're really just trying to activate the core here. Activate the glutes, activate the hips. And what this does, again, is it takes your attention into the body as opposed to having your attention completely in your head, which will get you to feel a whole lot more grounded, more stable, more calm, more relaxed. And good. From here, we'll come down. And from here, find the seated position. Now, if it's cross-legged, if you're comfortable with that, you could do that. Or you could just have your legs straight out like this. But what I want you to do now is place both your hands on your stomach and think again about deep belly breathing. And already begin to notice the change. Now for me, I can already find that my awareness has dropped a little bit lower. I even feel like my voice is a little bit deeper and I'm talking a little bit slower. Now with your eyes closed, notice the pixels of light behind your eyelids. And as you notice the pixels of light behind your eyelids, you might begin to notice that your eyes begin to flutter. Begin to get fascinated with what's behind your eyelids. And again, allow your shoulders to sink away from your ears. And when you're ready, open your eyes. All right, so next move, we're gonna go into a modified side plank. So I'm gonna tuck my knee here, tuck my legs here. I'm gonna have my elbow directly underneath my shoulder. And all I'm thinking about doing is pushing into the ground, pushing my knee into the ground, lifting here. Think about getting this top rib towards my hip. And what you should feel here is an activation of the hip muscle and the oblique muscles. And I'm just gonna hold. Again, thinking about taking nice, deep breaths. Also think about pushing your elbow into the floor, pushing your shoulder away from your ear, keeping this nice and long. And breathe. Now, a good thing to do here to keep your balance is to find a single point of contact with your eyes, so something directly in front of you, and just stare at it. So for me, I'm staring directly at my cameraman's, he has like a button on his pants. I'm staring at that and holding my eyes directly on that and just focusing. And when you're ready, we'll come down. And before we move to the other side, what we'll do is come to stillness and just see if we can notice the difference between the sides. Again, doing nice deep belly breaths. And what you might notice while breathing is you'll notice how it's easier to fill up that side. So for me right now, on my right side, the side that I just worked out, it seems like it's easier to send air there, which is not really true, but I'm able to be more aware of what's going on that side. I also feel that side shoulder is dropping more away from my ear. So I feel a little bit more relaxed. So a big key to relaxation and getting grounded is actually tensing the muscles before so, and then just completely letting go. All right, let's move to the other side. So same thing, just on the other side. So elbow directly underneath the shoulder, knee here, coming up, pushing this hip away from the floor, holding. With your eyes, find something directly in front of you and lock your eyes on it. And feel your hip contracting, feeling your obliques working here. And for this side, for me, is a lot weaker. I can already feel my hip on my left side is starting to twitch. Ooh. So remember, we're taking nice, deep belly breaths. Oh. And we'll go about 10 more seconds. I'm not sure if this is as long as the last side, but it's probably because this side's a little bit weaker for me, a little bit less stable. And coming down. And again, come back to a seated position. For me, I'm gonna cross my legs and again, just close your eyes and come to stillness. Notice the difference. And notice how much easier it is to fill up your belly with air. How much easier it is to drop your awareness lower into the body. Perhaps you feel a little bit more stable, a little bit more calm, a little bit less trapped in your head. And for me, I still notice a huge difference in the size. So for particular, my right side is definitely feels a lot more looser. Probably because I didn't spend as much time on my left side because it's a little weaker. All right, and the last exercise we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be laying on our backs. We're gonna be doing some hip bridges. So, laying on your backs, think about flattening your lower back out on the floor. So usually a lot of times when people lay down, they have this arch. Think about pushing your lower back to the floor, contracting your core a little bit. Feet directly underneath the knees. And all I want you to do is think about pushing your feet through the ground, coming up just slightly, and think about squeezing your butt like you got a credit card in between it. And we're just gonna hold the position. So this is gonna be a static hold. And you should be feeling this in your glutes, in your hamstrings. Now, if you want to feel this more in your hips, think about pushing your knees out. So if you push your knees out, you can feel it more in your hips. And just think about holding, keeping the core nice and tight. And right away for me, what I could notice is that I'm shifting majority of my weight to my right side. So if you're doing the same thing, you're shifting your weight more towards one side, think about pushing it to the other side to try to balance it out. Because remember, this session is all about finding a sense of groundedness, a sense of balance, a sense of calmness. And the way we do this is by doing some contract and release. By contracting our muscles fully, it allows them right afterwards to go into a feeling of relaxation. Hold about another 10 seconds. My hamstrings are really starting to twitch here. And my left glute is starting to twitch. And from here, slowly come down to the floor. And from here, place both your hands on your stomach, close your eyes, and just again, notice the difference. Take nice, deep belly breaths. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. And just do a quick body scan and notice where exactly in your body you feel most tense. And just place your awareness on it. And as you place your awareness on it, on the next big breath, on the exhale, imagine the tension just releasing into the earth beneath you. So for me right now, I feel really tense in my neck. So I'm placing my awareness on my neck, taking a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, I'm just letting go. You also might begin to notice that your stomach is starting to pulsate a little bit. If it's not, that's fine. But for just for the heck of it, right now, let's place our awareness on our heart and see if you could slow your mind down enough that you could actually feel your heart beating. And it might be a little easier to actually feel it because we just did some work, so your heart might be beating a little bit faster than normal. And we'll stay here for about another 10 seconds. You could open your eyes now. Stretch out just for a second. Get any creaks out. Come back up slowly to a seated position. And that's it for today's video. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you feel a whole lot more grounded, a whole lot more calm. If you liked the video, please like. Also, comment in the comment section below anything that you liked or anything that you didn't like. Let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe now.